creating momentum in your organization. And I said this earlier, but a lot of you sit back and go, but Steve, I don't even have an organization yet. And I'm like, I know. But here's what's going to happen as you build your organization. And this is how you're going to make sure that your organization grows really, really fast. And I'm going to share a little bit of a, kind of a secret sauce with you guys. But I want you to think about this. If we don't need everybody to join, because we always say that, right? Say, hey, listen, you don't need everybody. Not everybody's going to say yes. We don't need everybody. So if you don't need everybody to join your group, then doesn't it make sense to only work with the very best? You're like, well, of course it does, Steve, but how do I find out who's the very best, all right? And what I'm talking about is don't waste time and energy on people that are not serious. And I hope that makes sense. And so when you internalize this kind of mindset, you automatically position yourself as someone that they need to qualify to work with, and not the other way around. And all it takes is a little mental shift in how you go about sponsoring other people. Now, here's what I mean by all of this. How are we going to figure out who the best are? Because, you've heard me say a million times, you can't tell the studs from the duds, right? And I'm always saying, listen, if they can fog a mirror, then you've got to go, present the opportunity to them, and people will sort themselves out, okay? Well, you can speed up that process just a little bit. And this is how you're going to create massive momentum in your organization. And how you do it is you set the right expectations before you enroll somebody. So you've done everything right. You did the demo on them. They're super excited. They felt the technology. You've said, listen, do you know of other people that might, benefit from experiencing what you just felt with these patches? And they're like, yeah, I know a bunch of people who can use this. And you talk to them about becoming an associate, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go do that. And guys, I'm not talking about glorified customers. I'm not talking about customers who sign up as an associate just to get the 25% discount. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who said to you, yes, I want to go build a business and I'm going to enroll. I'm going to pay the $50. I'm going to get one of the launch kits and we're going to go do this. Okay, they've already made that commitment, right? But before you actually enroll them, take one more step. And you explain to them before they enroll what's expected. And what's expected is this, is that they are going to earn that hat trick bonus in their first 7 days. And you tell them this. You're telling them this before they enroll. And they're like, well, what does that mean? Say, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go put 3 people on your front line, and they're each going to come in the same way that you're going to come in. They're going to come in for the $50. They're going to buy a launch kit. And you're going to earn a $200 hat trick bonus. And they're like, oh, okay. But how we're going to do that, how we're going to get those 3 people is you're going to go do 28 of these balance demonstrations in your first 7 days. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a pack of Liberty patches right now because you don't have any right now. And when your order comes in, you just give them back to me. Okay? So what we're going to do in our first 7 days is we're going to do 28 demos, which means you're going to sign up a few customers, and I guarantee you're going to sign up 3 new associates, and you're going to earn that hat trick bonus in your first 7 days. And your brand new person who hasn't even enrolled yet is going to say what? They're going to say, okay, because they don't know any difference, and people want to be told what to do. So this is an unbelievable thing that you can tell them to do to create momentum in not only their organization, but obviously your organization. All right? So that's what you're going to tell them up front. And then you're going to say, now listen, when we enroll those first 3 people in your first 7 days, what we're going to do is we're going to take those 3 people and we're going to teach them to do the exact same thing. We want all 3 of these people to earn their hat trick bonus, meaning that they're going to each sponsor 3 people into the business as associates, and they're going to earn the $200 hat trick bonus, and you're going to earn an additional $400 bonus that goes along with that. You're going to go out there, and there's 2 bonuses that you're going to earn here. And they're like, okay. That's the plan. And then those people that come in, those 9 people that they just enrolled, we're going to teach them to do the same, who do the same, who do the same, who do the same. And then you enroll them. Then you enroll them. Because now they know what the expectations are up front. Because if you do it the other way around, if you enroll somebody and then you tell them, okay, now here's what you're going to do now. In your first 7 days, you're going to get 3 people, blah, blah. They're looking at you like, well, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that up front. That wasn't part of your presentation. It's like, no, set the right expectations before they enroll. And guys, it's going to be so much better off. And some of the things that we talk about is human nature. And human nature is that people procrastinate. And so you never tell somebody that they've got 30 days to earn that hat trick bonus, right? And you've got 60 days to earn the all-star bonus. It's like, no, 60 and 30 days is a lifetime. People sit back and go, oh, I got 30 days to get this done. No, you tell them they've got 7 days to get this done. And if they don't get it done within 7 days, don't say, well, don't worry about it. You've got 21 more days to get it done. Say no. Say, listen, I'm going to give you an extension. You've got 7 more days to make this happen. Let's finish those demos and let's get people enrolled in your group. Don't tell them they've got 21 days because they think, oh, I got plenty of time. No, you've got 7 days to get this done. Okay? Time is a momentum killer. We all want to work on deadlines, short periods of times, the short time frames. We're going to compress everything, and that's what creates momentum. Now, you guys, if you implemented this into your organization starting today, okay? If you bring a brand new person into the business starting today, just think about this. You bring that one person in, and they put 3 people in their organization in their first 7 days. Okay, that's an additional 3 people in your group in the next 7 days. And if those 3 people just duplicated what your new person did, you'd have an additional 9 people in your group in 14 days. So now you've got 12 total new people in your group in 2 weeks. And if those 9 just duplicated and brought their 3 people in their first 7 days, you just added an additional 27 people. So guys, after 21 days, you've got 39 new people in your group. Well, if those 27 new people just brought in 3, that's an additional 81. So if you added it all up, guys, that's 120 new people in your group after 28 days. So some of you are like, I don't have even one person in my group. But look how fast you can go from one person to 120 people in your group in less than a month by just simply implementing this. By telling people you're going to do 28 demos and we're going to get 3 people in the business in your first 7 days. And then if you keep multiplying that out, if those 81 brought in 3 in their first 7 days, that's an additional 243 people in your group. You've got 363 people in your organization in 35 days. Come on, you guys. And if those 243 new people brought in 3, 243 times 3 is 729. That's an additional 1,092 people in your group in 42 days. And remember, at this point, you have no clue who these people are, right? And if those 729 new people just brought in 3 people in their first 7 days, because monkey see, monkey do, right? That's what they were taught to do. Guys, that's an additional 2,187 people in your group for a grand total of 3,279 new associates in your group in 49 days. Now, is it ever going to work perfectly like that? No, but that's the power of multiplication and duplication. It's never going to happen unless you tell people about it. Don't ever tell people, listen, work at your own pace, figure out what you want to. No, they don't need to hear that. What they need to hear is, how do I make money? How do I make money in this thing? Okay, here's how you make money. You ready? You got to get to VP. That's where you need to get. Now, you can't get to VP until you become a managing director, and then a manager, and then a director, and then a team leader, blah, blah, blah. But listen, how we're going to get to that VP position and above is when you bring a new person in, you tell them. You set the proper expectations before they enroll, and what they're going to do is they're going to choose their challenge, as Mark Jackson says. Choose their challenge, all right? And my challenge for people is we're going to go do 28 demos in your first 7 days. First 7 days. Because that will ensure that they're going to put 3 people on their front line. And then we duplicate that till the end of time. And you will see massive, massive growth in your organization if you simply implement this. Now, remember, if you've got somebody who doesn't return your phone call, they're not doing the demos, that's not somebody who deserves your time, right? Spend time with the people who deserve your time. Let people weed themselves out. And they still will weed themselves out, you guys. Even if you set the proper expectations up front, you'll still have people who don't do anything. But guys, it weeds people out faster so that you know the ones that you definitely need to work with. And that will create massive, massive momentum in your team.